Hey, Roar Nation! You've just tuned in to Lions News Fan Report, your one-stop hub for everything Detroit, where passion meets speculation and every playoff possibility is dissected like championship tape. If you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe to Lions News Fan Report, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat on all the breaking buzz around our beloved Detroit Lions. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on a swirling offseason saga that has fans nationwide leaning in. Could Detroit's front office really be backing off from adding that elite, game-changing edge rusher everyone's talking about? Rumors have linked a certain high-octane defensive star, fresh off leading the league with an eye-popping 17.5 sacks in 2024, to the Lions' arsenal. But recent reports suggest crickets. Could it be that Detroit has shown zero interest in this powerhouse pass rusher? Let's set the stage. In 2024, a standout veteran logged 4 Pro Bowl nods and was named a first-team All-Pro after terrorizing quarterbacks week after week. His contract dispute with his current club has sent league insiders into a frenzy, speculating that a blockbuster move might land him in the Motor City. Fans have envisioned silver and blue banners flying as he slices off the edge, racking up sacks and turning potential fourth downs into highlight reels. But is that dream quietly dying in the meeting rooms of Ford Field? History tells us the Lions have hesitated to mortgage their future for splashy veteran signings, especially when paying up could hamstring their salary cap and star-protected investments. Remember the bold extension, their own homegrown pass rusher. Inked last season? That deal set the market for edge defenders and illustrated Detroit's commitment to locking down talent that already calls our city home. Could that very contract be the reason the organization is drawing a hard line this time around? It's possible the front office is wary of doubling down on high-priced edge help, aiming instead to nurture their existing nucleus. Still, questions loom large. Does passing on this trade-bait talent signify a strategic masterstroke, preserving cap space for multiple roster upgrades? Or is it a missed opportunity to inject instant pass rush firepower into a defense that desperately needs to convert pressure into turnovers? Some insiders whisper that Detroit's brass has quietly shifted focus toward younger draft prospects and under-the-radar free agents, cheaper alternatives who might blossom without the sticker shock. Could this be the genesis of a broader rebuild? Through youth, philosophy taking hold in the locker room? Of course, every coin has two sides. Veterans familiar with the grind of NFL contracts warn that bringing in a disgruntled defender mid-cycle can unsettle locker room chemistry. The intrigue deepens when you consider that the veteran in question has publicly admitted frustration with his current deal and even hinted he might sit out if traded under unfavorable terms. Could the Lions really risk adding potential discord to an otherwise harmonious roster? Some front office sources suggest that team harmony and culture are weighed just as heavily as raw production. Is it possible that Detroit's decision-makers prefer a united locker room to headline-grabbing free agent signings? Yet, for die-hard fans, the debate is electric. Picture a scenario where that disrupted deal actually comes through, where Detroit swaps future picks for a proven playmaker who instantly boosts third-down defense and breathes life into an already tenacious defensive front. Could late-season drives have turned our way last year if that constant pressure had been in place? Could a mid-season turnaround prop us into playoff contention? Fans are already theorizing. What if Week 1 against San Francisco featured that colossal edge presence we've been craving? Others counter, is trading a second-round pick too steep a price for a half-season rental? Amid the uncertainty, social feeds are ablaze. One commentator remarked, "I can't believe Detroit walked away. This guy would have been a perfect mentor for our rookies." Another posted, "Smart move or self-inflicted handicap? Time will tell." Meanwhile, users on fan forums debate whether the Lions will circle back if negotiations hit a stalemate. Will they pivot to Plan B? Or is this truly a closed book on a marquee acquisition? Now, as the calendar flips toward mid-June, The question everyone's asking is simple. What's next for Detroit's pursuit of defensive excellence? Could an unexpected late July press conference announce a surprise bargain bin signing instead? Or will the front office unveil a long-range draft strategy promising sustainable growth under the radar of mainstream chatter? One thing's for certain, whatever unfolds will shape the narrative of Detroit's defense heading into 2025. Stay locked in, because here at Lions News Fan Report, we thrive on breaking down every angle, crunching every number, and keeping your fandom fueled. With relentless curiosity, the offseason may be quiet on the surface, but beneath those closed doors, the plot twists are just beginning. If you're as fired up as I am, don't wait. Hit that like button, subscribe to Lions News Fan Report, and ring the bell so you never miss a single insider scoop on Detroit's latest moves. Now, let's pick up where we left off and dive into the explosive aftermath of Trey Hendrickson slipping off the Lions' radar. When news first broke that Detroit had cooled on trading for the 2024 sack leader, jaws dropped from Motown to Manhattan. Could the front office really let a player who terrorized quarterbacks last season slip through their fingers? As the dust settles, fresh speculation suggests that Detroit may have quietly shifted into stealth mode, pivoting toward under-the-radar free agents and dream draft targets rather than splashing cash on a one-year rental. But here's the twist. Insiders now hint that if Hendrickson's price doesn't crater by mid-July, the Lions might circle back, using cap savings to strike a last-minute deal. Is this a brilliant bluff or plain old poker face? Let's imagine how this could play out. Picture GM Brad Holmes giving a wink at the scouting combine, whispering, "We're patient." Could that patience pay off in September, when the veteran edge rusher finally arrives on a bargain deal, fresh and hungry after a turbulent contract drama? Some analysts believe that waiting could net Detroit a more favorable cap hit, freeing resources to shore up the secondary or add a difference-making running back. Others counter that losing time with Hendrickson in training camp could delay his chemistry with rookie cornerbacks and stunt his early season impact. And what about the locker room vibe? Say Hendrickson arrives in Detroit just as minicamp winds down. Could that sudden addition inject a jolt of adrenaline, rallying the defensive unit around a late summer Cinderella story? Or might the late arrival disrupt cohesiveness, forcing coaches to reshape blitz packages on the fly? Fans are split. Some are salivating at the thought of his elite pressure converting into fumble recoveries and momentum-shifting strip sacks. Others worry that the delay could undermine Detroit's entire defensive scheme. Meanwhile, the draft board is humming with possibility. If Detroit forfeited second- or third-round stock for Hendrickson, they'd lose out on potential blue-chip prospects, perhaps a versatile linebacker or a polished edge from a powerhouse program. Now, with those picks intact, the Lions could target a long-term cornerstone who grows alongside Hutchinson and Aiden. Could that be the stealth approach the front office envisions? Build a sustainable pass rush duo rather than chase individual. Fireworks? Adding to the intrigue, murmurs from local yoga studios and rehabilitation centers suggest that Hendrickson has been spotted working through specialized flexibility drills, signaling he's staying in peak form for whatever opportunity arises. Could Detroit's decision to cool off actually be a test of loyalty, waiting to see if the veteran still wants Detroit enough to accept a team-friendly contract? Fans on X, formerly Twitter, are already chanting, "Show us you want it, Trey." Press conferences are rumored for the week after July 4th, when cap space officially refreshes and negotiators reconvene. Will that be the moment Detroit finally pulls the trigger? On the flip side, whispers from rival front offices hint they're ready to pounce. If Detroit truly walks away, might New Orleans, Cincinnati, or even Pittsburgh swoop in with a more aggressive offer? Imagine the sting of watching Hendrickson in scarlet and black or gold and black, pressuring Jared Goff with the very ferocity Lions fans dreamed of seeing at Ford Field. Could that looming threat be the leverage Detroit needs to drive down his market price? So, what's your verdict, Lions faithful? Do you believe Detroit will circle back and secure Hendrickson at a discount? Or should we all get behind the youth movement, betting on homegrown talent and draft gems? Drop your thoughts below. I'm itching to see your takes in the comments. If this deep dive got your heart racing, show some love with a like, subscribe to Lions News Fan Report for all the latest rumor mills, and share this video with every Detroit diehard you know. Thanks for watching, stay roaring, and I'll catch you next time with more inside intel that keeps our pride purring.